Hello, my dear students. Today we are going to start a new lesson in your mathematics. Chapter 7 Decimals. What are decimal numbers or decimals? A decimal is similar to a fraction. It is not a whole number. Rather than saying 1 by 2, we can say 0.50. Instead of writing 1 upon 10, we can say 1/10 or 0.1. So decimal is simply another form of a fraction. Let's take two examples. 0.012, 4.65. The point here is the decimal point. 0.012 is a decimal fraction, whereas 4.65 is a mixed number. Let's understand more about decimal. The numbers written in decimal form are called decimal numbers. A decimal has two parts. On the left part of the decimal, we have the whole number, and at the right side of the decimal, we have the decimal part. 15.57. The number at the left part of the decimal is 15. That is the whole number part. On the right side of the decimal, we have 5, 7. That is the decimal part. Let's understand how should we read the decimal numbers. The digits in the whole part of a decimal number are read as a whole number like 10, 20, 30, 42, 53, 176, etc. Whereas the digits in the decimal part are read as individual digits. For example, here we have a decimal number 45.63. 45 is the whole part. So we will call it as a whole number 45. After decimal point, we have the decimal part. Decimal part is always read as individual digits or numbers. Here we have two digits 6, 3. So this whole decimal number will be read as 45.63. Let's understand the place value chart of decimals. As we know, the left part of the decimal is the whole part which follows the same place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, etc. The right side of the decimal is the decimal part. Here, the first place value is tens, that is 1 by 10. The second place value is hundreds, that is 1 by 100. The third place value is thousands, that is 1 by thousands. Okay, so the left part is the whole number part which follows the same place value 1, tens, hundreds, thousands, whereas the right part of the decimal is the decimal fraction which follows tens, hundreds, 10,000s, thousands, etc. Okay, let's see some examples. 256.359. Now let's see the place values. 6 comes in ones place, 5 comes in tens place, 2 comes in hundreds place. Now let's see the decimal part. 3 comes in the tens place, 5 in the hundreds place, 9 in the thousands place. Okay. The second example, 9871.204. Here, 9871 is the whole number, which follows the normal place value 1 at ones place, 7 at tens place, 8 at hundreds place, and 9 at thousands place. In the place value of the decimal part 204, 2 is at the tens place, 1 by 10. 0 is at the hundreds place, 1 by 100, and 4 is at the thousands place, 1 by 1000. How to write fractions in the form of decimals. Here in this figure, the whole box is divided in 10 parts, out of which 3 are shaded. So the fraction for this figure will be 3 by 10. Now, since we have only one 0 in the denominator in 10, we will have only one digit in the decimal part. So 3 by 10 will become 0.3. 5 by 10 will become 0.5. In this example, we have two figures. The first image is a complete box, so the value will be 1. The second box is divided in 10 parts, out of which only 4 are shaded, so the fraction will be 4 by 10. This will be added. 1 plus 4 by 10 will become 1 4 by 10. Now 1 is the whole part. That will be written on the left side of the decimal, and 4 by 10 will become 0.4, which together will be called as 1.4. Here we have two complete boxes, that is 1 plus 1, and the third one is divided in 10 parts, out of which only 3 are shaded. That was 3 by 10. So 1 plus 1 plus 3 by 10 will give you 2 3 by 10, that is 2.3. This figure is divided in 100 parts, out of which 74 are shaded. Now, here children, we have two zeros in the denominator. So, we need to have two numbers after the decimal point. Therefore, 74 upon 100 will become 0.74. Here we have one complete box and 60 out of 100 shaded, which is 160 by 100, and the fraction will be 1, the decimal will be 1.60. Here we have a box with 100 parts, out of which 35 are shaded. So the fraction is 35 upon 100, and the decimal will be 0.35. So when it is 1 out of 10, 1 by 10 is 0.1, 7 out of 10, 0.7, 18 out of 100, 0.18, 57 by 1000. We have 3 digits or 3 zeros in the denominator. So the decimal will have 3 digits after the decimal point. So that is 0.057. 124 by 1000 will be written as 0.124. So this is how we convert decimal to fraction or fraction to decimal. If the decimal has only one digit after the decimal, it will be upon 10. If the number has two digits after decimal, it will be upon 100. If the number has 3 digits after decimal, it will be upon 1000. I hope you understood the introduction of decimal well. Thank you.